All right, friends, I have a wonderful guest today joining us. Hopefully, we have no technical difficulties tonight. And let's see if I can transition us in with our lovely guest.
Happening.
We did it! I hope so, at
We
least.
did it. I mean, I see me. I think you did it.
Yeah, I
I'm
hear
here. I'm
you.
enchanted. I'm chattering.
We're doing all the things. Welcome to your first time on Enchanted Chatter.
Thank
Are
you.
you thrilled?
Thank
Are
you.
you
This is
thrilled to
very
be here?
exciting.
I'm excited to have you here.
Honestly, I like streaming very much because I am on camera when I stream like tournaments, but I don't get to be silly. And this is a time where I'm like, listen, let's just chat. Let's be real.
Yeah, we get to vibe. I know I shared, I was like, we just are having like besties hanging out, watching, talking about Lorcana, watching the
Yeah.
chat be silly.
Yeah. It's like
It's a
slumber
good
party
time.
vibes. Slumber party. And I didn't bring any snacks. I did have a little bit of pizza. So I ate the pizza before I got here. Sorry about that. I have. Okay, so here's how old I am right now. I have Diet Coke caffeine free
You
because
gotta have
it
the
is past
It's
5
too late.
p.m.
It's
Okay,
too late. You
it
can't have the caffeine.
is.
Even
Yeah,
though
but
I
that's the level I'm
respect
at.
it.
I've got Diet Coke because I do love Diet Coke, but for relaxing times, Diet Coke caffeine free. How did you like? Was that good? Am I
That
hired?
was good. Yeah, I mean, technically, you already were hired.
That's true, but I
So
mean it's
you
good.
just
That was
sold
like
it
it's.
a little bit more. It was
I
a
did,
good test
yeah.
run.
That I'm like, not only do I like Diet Coke, but I have Diet Coke for different times of the evening, depending where we're at in the day. But yeah, I'm so excited. Diet Coke Invitational is in the entire thing is in the chat.
The entire thing, yeah.
That's crazy. It's so rare to like be like, well, Disney Lorcana challenge in the chat, the whole challenge, the event. But I'm very excited because I love going to Texas. I always like there's certain places I go where I'm like it's entirely based around the food that I plan to eat, and like
Okay,
Texas is one.
so this is actually a great segment because as many people in the community know, I typically will give out recommendations
Mm-hmm.
before like any of the DLCs because I've been very
Mm-hmm.
lucky and I've lived all over the United States and have friends from all over the United States. So I'm curious, as I won't call myself a Texas because I refuse to claim the title. Um, I still claim Chicago, but
Right? Yeah.
what is your plan? Like, what are you most excited to eat when you come to Texas?
So it's cliche, but I do. Okay, if Whataburger has a few different things, I do love the mushroom Swiss burger and the buffalo chicken sandwich. But it's seasonal, so sometimes I get there, I pull up the menu, it's out. They don't have it. I'm not going. Um, now these are like comfort foods. So these are like
Oh,
because I live.
yeah. This is
Okay,
okay.
okay,
That's the correct answer. I think. I
okay,
think
okay, okay.
you're not
Because
eating
there's like,
healthy when
well,
you
you
come to
know,
Texas.
well, and there's like, I mean, obviously, like if you're like trying to impress somebody, you're like, oh, of course, I always. I mean, have you had the Culinary Institute of America in San Antonio? It's incredible. I don't know. They have a restaurant there, but either way, yeah, because I lived in San Antonio. I was so addicted to breakfast tacos, and there was a place in San Antonio called Bill Miller's that had a brisket breakfast taco,
Ooh.
and that was very good. And also, so Taco Cabana at late night was like a favorite. Taco Cabana after the sun goes down is a special
Yeah.
kind of
I mean,
thing.
that's the like respectable time to have it.
Yeah. But like my favorite place in Texas, there was one place, gosh, what was it called? It was like this barbecue Salt Lick between Austin
Ooh.
and San
Okay.
Antonio. That was so good. But
That's a
I
solid pick. I'm a
okay.
big fan of I like if we're talking comfort food and like when people come in. Um, so you said the burgers from Whataburger, but have you ever had a hub chub, which is their honey biscuit? It's like a honey biscuit sandwich with like their chicken tenders, like in
I
the
never
honey
call it the
butter.
hub chub. I clearly was hanging in the wrong circles. I
That was introduced to me from other Texans that they call it
okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm not sweet with my savory chicken is devious, but I would like to get a biscuit. They had a jalapeno cheddar biscuit for a while.
They
That
still
was
do, and
okay, good.
on the honey butter chicken sandwich, you replace the biscuit with the jalapeno biscuit.
So
Top notch.
the hub chub, fuzzy flapjack hub chub. That's not fun to say, but We've got endorsements.
Yeah,
And-
that's my husband, so you can only count his opinion so much.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the hub chub. That's quite fun. And yeah, there was lots of fun little Texasisms like what was it? There's HEB Central Market, and people would call it
Central Market is a wonderful
it was the
place
best.
to like just like walk around.
Yeah, but I can't remember what they called it. It was like HE Gucci B or something. They called it like something because like obviously it's very expensive, but that was like a favorite little thing. HEB in general, I miss very much. That was
Yeah.
And this is, I think, this is a meta people don't talk about enough. People are not talking enough about the Texas everlasting problem of going to Texas, eating the food. Breakfast tacos we don't talk about enough as a society. Breakfast burritos are silly. Why have a breakfast burrito when you could have three breakfast tacos?
Agreed. Because
Three
then you
different
can
flavors.
also exactly. That's the big thing. You get variety. Then
Yeah,
you don't
I'm not-
have to. You're stuck with one thing with a burrito. No, we don't need that in our lives.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, very excited to go to Texas. I did get the opportunity to go to, because this is in Dallas, the Invitational, right?
Yes, it is. It's going to
Okay.
be just north of Dallas.
Okay. Because I went to Houston for the first time for Charlie's. Not a fan of Houston. So if there's Houston's fans in the chat, sorry. Weakest showing so far for Texas. I spent time I lived in San Antonio, spent a lot of time in Austin. I've been to Dallas now.
Like Houston is rough, but like if you kind of branch out into like some of the areas around Houston, I feel like it's better. It just Houston driving around is the worst. And
Irresponsibly big. Irresponsibly
Yes.
big. Like it was every place I
Absolutely.
went, and they're like 30 minutes. I'm like, how?
How?
And-
Why does it take that long?
And then yeah, at one point I was like, oh, the Space Center's here, and like, oh, that's an hour and a half away. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm in Houston. That's in Houston, and they're like, yeah,
Okay.
it's just you can't do
From
it.
the chat, we've gotten called out for on YouTube. The chat said that like the breakfast burrito hate is uncalled for. It's just I feel like tacos are the better option. You get more more
Yeah.
options. You can have 3 different things instead of being stuck with one. So it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like hatred for the burrito. It's more that you can get more with tacos.
If anything, I love breakfast burritos so much. I want 3 small breakfast burritos.
Yes.
I want more breakfast burrito. Don't
Mm-hmm.
limit me to just one. I want to have a smorgasbord of breakfast tacos, if you will.
It's pretty great. So I'm curious. We have obviously chatted at many events. We haven't gotten to cast together, so part of the reason I'm really excited for DCI this year is to get to cast with you. But how did you get into Lorcana?
So, excellent question, Courtney. Thank you. So I at the time Disney Lorcana came out, I was a military spouse, and I did not have a lot of friends, and so I was constantly looking for like a reason to leave the house. I joined many book clubs and things, and so my sister is like, Disney Lorcana's coming out, and like as a person who likes to collect things and likes Disney, I was like, all right. Bet. And I love hunting for things. So I think like the first chapter, while a lot of people talk about it like it was like the trenches, it was like the greatest time for me. I was going to Target 4 times a day. I was fighting in the streets.
I love that, and I love it because I didn't get to enter at the first chapter because I was in grad school, and I was like, if I get these cards, I'm gonna fail out of grad school. I'm gonna just like ignore it completely. So I told myself I wasn't allowed to get any until I graduated. So I had to hunt for first chapter during Into the Inklands, and I loved hunting for first chapter. It was my favorite. So
And
I respect
part of me
the
wonders,
hunt was fun.
yeah, and like part of me wonders if it was available widely, like would I like it as much? And the answer is yeah, probably. But it was like for me, I just like the calling stores, going around and being like, all right, so Barnes and Noble's restocks on Fridays around 8 a.m. They won't tell you, but if you go at 9, you might catch. And so that was like very fun. So all that to be said, I discovered the game that way. And then I told myself, I was like, okay, they have leagues, just go. It was a lot of me like pushing myself out of my comfort zone and being like, okay, go to a league. And then I went to a league and I made friends. I was like, okay, hang out with your friends. And it was okay, we'll play in a tournament. Then it was okay, we'll talk to people online. And then it turns out I could make friends and that I was like I was like, okay. Because I was like I was kind of in the impression that I was like, all right, I'm in my 30s. This is it. I'm now probably going to die with no friends, and this is my life. You can't make friends after a certain age. It's over. But it's not true.
But I respect that, like, getting in your head and thinking that, because I also am somebody who's in my 30s. I moved to a state where I really didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
I'd been down here for a few years before starting to play Lorcana, but I feel like I have found an amazing, like, huge group of friends from playing Lorcana, and it's so great because I was like, ugh, it sucks being old and not being able to make friends because I don't have kids, so it's like not like I'm making friends with my kids' parents. It's just, just me. So it's hard.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so I don't have kids neither, so I was kind of like, oh no, and so like you just kind of get to this point where you're like, yeah, you get into the habit of being like, all right, well, maybe there'll be people I meet in passing, but then with Lorcana, I just kind of kept meeting people and being like, wow, this is so fun. And I think like it was kind of like a magic thing that I think a lot of people can speak to. It was like that intersection of a hobby that attracted like just like this like weird intersection of people that just makes it like such a cool community, where I think like some hobbies, like for example, I don't think Riftbound's doing it like we do it. I don't think there's like lots of like people having rifty chatters, like the Rifty Chatter stream isn't here that I've seen.
The vibes, I would not expect the vibes to be the same in Riftbound because I've played League of Legends before, and
the vibes are rancid there. Yeah, it's so I think it's like the thing where the game is fun, the people are cool, and it brought in new people, it brought in seasoned people. I love that there's like pro players. Favorite thing is watching these pro players slowly get more and more Disney clothing, like watching them show up and they have like a Buzz Lightyear shirt or like a Donald Duck shirt. I'm like, it's so good that every year they more.
Just suck them in a little bit more into the Disney circle. Yeah. Melissa from TFM and I have been introducing Dan to our good friend Figment, who I have behind me. He likes to rage bait us and call him Spyro.
I mean, valid. My sister one time saw a topiary of Figment and wasn't, Spyro. And I'm like, that's not Spyro. that is Figment James Magnesi. I don't know. He doesn't have a last name as far as I know. But have you gotten a chance to ride Journey into Imagination with Dan yet?
No, I have not, sadly.
You got to get like a face cam on him while he rides it. Because I think like if I ride that one with someone new, I'm not watching the ride. I'm like this. I'm like the entire time because I just got to know.
It's also an adventure riding it with me because Figment's my favorite, been my favorite since I was little. So I sing the whole song. I don't care.
Okay.
For an adult, I'm singing along. I'm being extra on that ride.
You're the only one there, okay? So like you're the only one. Yeah, you're not disturbing anyone.
No, exactly.
So yeah, I think that ride is so good. I'm sad that like I want to know what the original Figment felt because it was like longer. It was twice as long. Original Journey into Imagination, like. Very sad. Anyway, yeah, that's my biggest thing is trying to indoctrinate non-Disney people into the parks and be like, did you know the Pinocchio ride? And like just being like trying to slowly.
Because you're also a big like parks nerd as well, which I am.
I got Figment right behind me. Like he's like.
Oh yeah, you do. You have the Epcot.
Right there. Yeah, so he's above this pyramid, but he has made it to the stream wall. So he's very esteemed in this exact stream right now. Figment fans, rise up. That's all I have. I don't know.
We're united.
May we roll Rose and not Skunk next time.
This is the new bubble machine, if you've seen it.
No.
Oh, yeah. The horns squeak.
Oh, my gosh.
I can turn them on and it plays. It's a little evil.
That's a little menacing, yeah, but I like it. And in theory, you're supposed to put popcorn in there, probably, right?
No, it's a bubble machine.
Okay,
so
okay,
like
so that is not a popcorn. Okay, good. I was so
it's
afraid that they'd be like, and then just put popcorn in it.
The popcorn bucket is too big. It's like
like
yeah, it's got to live on top of the bookshelf.
Yeah. I got the one that was like a light bulb last year. It's cumbersome. So.
Somebody in the YouTube chat says that they wish that we could bring Figment into Lorcana, and I agree with that.
Yes.
If we could bring parks characters into Lorcana, that would be next level.
Yes. So this is welcome to something, a diatribe I haven't been on in a while, but I'm ready to go.
Oh, I love this.
That
All right.
it could be like Disney Lorcana Worlds Beyond, and like the ink has flooded, or like the portals have opened to like places they didn't even know. And who's that? Oh, it's Duffy! It's Duffy over there! And everyone's like, oh my god, it's Duffy the Disney Bear, and Shelly and Olume and
But
Cookie
how cool
Ann.
would that be to like integrate Lorcana into the parks? Like that would be just such a cool way. Like we've seen obviously like the quests at the park, but if you brought in like actual characters from the park, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like Fairy Queen Pink said, what about Haunted Mansion? Yeah, we could have a location, the Haunted Mansion, where your characters, like, if they get banished, they can return to your hand. Or, I don't know, you could have 999 ghosts. Yeah. The possibilities
Forget
are
the
endless.
puppy
And,
deck. Now we've got ghost decks.
and for someone out there that's going to say we can't, then explain how we keep getting bird people. Explain how we can have so many people that are birds, and then tell me we can't have the parks. If we can have Dr. Cerebellum, if we can have Hunker Muddlefoot, we can have a little one park set as a treat.
I agree. I think that is a very fair thought process.
Yeah. I think there is a lot of room for parks, and they're doing more. It is just so funny though, going to Disney World, and to this day, I went to Disneyland a couple weeks ago, and it was like, you want an Inked in the Inkland starter deck? And I'm like, no, I do not want an Inked in the Inkland. They're like, that's all we have. We bought 40,000 for the parks. We're gonna have that until the end of time. It'll be like set 40, and they're like, well, how would you like a single player deck?
So I went like 2 weeks after the release for Winter Spell. I ran Run Disney Princess weekend. No Lorcana to be found. If I wanted a puzzle, I could have a puzzle, but I have all the puzzles already, so I don't need another one. And then we did like a Lorcana girls trip. Sorry, we'll invite you next time.
Oh, I was following. I was like, every day, I'm like, that looks fun.
It was very, very fun, and no Lorcana once again to be found.
Yeah, and I want to buy booster packs in the park, because to be fair, I just want to buy, like, when I'm in the park, I'm
You have
money
Disney
become
luck.
well, there's that, and then money doesn't matter anymore. I'm buying
No.
pins like they're free. I'm buying like a little blind pack of pins at every shop. Like, I'm like, just give me another $25
I got
pin thing.
addicted again. I thought I got out,
You can't.
and then I went with Melissa, who is a pin collector, and she sucked me back in.
And
But
for
I mean,
that,
like,
we say,
Look
what
at
wise...
these cute little people.
I have some of that stuff. I have to reflect. Do you have all of them?
I think I'm missing one.
Okay.
We'll
drug
talk
you back
after the
in.
show if
Yeah, we gotta do some trading.
we need to do some trading.
Yeah, pin trading. It was very funny the other day. I was like looking through my like files on my computer because I was trying to make a video, and it's like, you got no more room. And on it, there was a folder of like a video I did about pin trading. But now the footage is 1.5 years old, and like I think it would just make people be like, "Oh, remember we used to get pins in the kit?" And I can't handle those comments, so the footage is gone. But
That's fair.
because rest in peace the pins. Because I was like, "Oh, because people love pins, here's this," and that is a very sore subject is the pins. Because after Steel, what's gonna happen? Is it gone? It can't be gone forever after the set, and it will be probably.
So sad that it's such a good item, and I feel like it's such a good pull to bring people to League. Particularly, like, we have so many stores around us that sometimes it's kind of hard to compete with, like, each other. So, like, having pins and having, like, prizes to bring people into the stores is helpful. Those pesky little dogs that we love, sometimes they like to be on the show too. It's okay.
Yeah, it is crazy because it's like when I start recording, she's like, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I work for the security company, and I'm gonna bark. But yes, to your point, I think that like if we think about like what comes in the League kit, lure counter's cool, but like not very like covetable. Like,
No, I just don't really also don't need 800 stickers.
and the stickers are, and they're not, and here's the thing, I love stickers, and they're not like vinyl stickers, so you can only put them on things like maybe a notebook, but you can't put them on like a tube or something like that, or they're going to get battered.
battered,
by time.
Yes. They live on my laptop
Oh.
cover. I put one of each on them. And that's about the
Yeah.
only place that I found that is like a sustainable spot for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I put it on. I have this one notebook that I'm like, I guess you can go here because I'm not going to be
Hmm.
like doing a lot with that notebook. But yeah, I do think the pins were very
How
very
many
cool.
I love the how
Yeah, how
many
many?
counters do we need? That's a
There's room
great
for one
question.
more. I mean, two each set minimum, with the fact that there's one in the trove and then one with the league kit. So, and they've been in the boxes since Into the Inklings, right?
Yeah.
We've had lore counter since the first set because remember that was in the first league kit.
Hmm.
Was and so yeah. I mean, the answer is I'm pretty sure someone smarter than me knows how many total there are. I technically collect them. I have a box somewhere around here where I put them all
22?
in. There's 22. Did you just do that off the dome?
Yeah, because like in the third set we got them in the trove, so there'll
Yes,
be
yeah.
22 as of Friday, I think.
That's fair. I'm trying to think. Was there any other reasons that counters came out other than the league kit and the trove? I don't know. I don't think so. I think those are the only.
So
'cause I don't
yeah,
think... Okay, that was
roughly.
good. Listen, women can do anything. They can do mental
can.
math. People they think they can't, but and if you can't do math, just find someone who's willing to, and that's
Also,
fine.
I just noticed
appreciate
as you went to fix your hair, we have the same brand headphones, and I love these. They don't
They
hurt
are.
your ears; they're soft. In
Yeah,
case
they
anyone-
don't hurt until like 6 hours, and then
Mhm.
around 6 hours, anything's gonna hurt my head.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah.
So we talked a little bit about how you got into Lorcana. What
Mhm.
has been like what shifted from like playing, collecting to casting?
Well, it's kind of weird because there wasn't like one thing that did it. I think it was a series of events. I did an
And I guess the
episode.
question, sorry, I was like, I guess it's a two-part, like questing and content.
Yeah, so content was somebody at my local game store was like, "Do you want to make a podcast?" And I said yes. And then it turns out I was insatiable, and so then I kept making like a lot of content. I was like, "Let's do this," and then eventually they were like, "We didn't make content together," and then I kept going, and so it was something where I had over the years thought about making content. Like I think I've always like that. Like I made like a TikTok channel. I had an Instagram account for my dog. Like I've always like thought it's fun to create, but I never like had a thing to talk
Mhm.
about. At one point, I think it's still on TikTok. I had Distory class, which is Disney history. Distory didn't work. Nobody liked it. It's fine. Whatever. I did a video on the Frito Kid. I did one on Disney Quest, which is where I worked, by the way. So if anybody wants to talk about Disney Quest.
So I was lucky enough to have the Disney Quest in Chicago and get to go to that a couple times.
I watched a video on that the other night. It was like the news segment the month it came out of like them like, "Hey guys, we're in downtown Chicago with Melissa Joan Hart." And like they're like, "Melissa Joan Hart's doing a lot of heavy lifting here." So apparently the building is still kind of there.
It is.
What I've heard. Which is crazy. But rest in peace, Disney Quest. But all that being said, I love Disney history. I love Disney. I started making the content. And I was like, yes, finally, there's something like I want to talk about. And then I collaborated. My old shtick was every week I get somebody on, and so in that I started talking to a team formerly known as Labyrinth, but they don't exist anymore. But on that, I then met Luke Wonderland, and then I was like, I got more into like at that point. The mold broke where I was like, wait, competitive players are just people who are good at Lorcana that are still normal humans and you can talk to them. And so then that whole world opened up where I was like, you can talk to these people and care about the game. And I was very, very into talking about the meta and things like that. And he made the ICL and I said, I would love to cast. And he said, get in there. And then I never stopped. I just kept talking.
I love that because I also casted an ICL match right before this episode.
Yeah, and it's just like it's I think it's like one of those things that all the barriers of what like you can do are generally kind of they're just all in your head kind of thing. Like sometimes people be like, how do you get on a TCG team? And it's like, well, the short answer is you can make one. The longer answer is you ask. And then, like, I don't know, all the things, like, I think there's just this, like, a lot of people in the past 2 years have learned if there's something you want to do, the first step is to just say you want to do it. And then usually somebody will help.
I think that is a very accurate statement. And it feels so simple just to be like, yeah, you just kind of start saying, like, oh, hey, I want to do this, and asking for it. Because I feel like that is how I've been able to do this channel. I was on a roundtable with Erin from the Illuminateers, and we were talking about, like, how to get more women involved. And a lot of the things that we kept bringing up, I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Shoot, I gotta do that because I can do it, and I want more women to play. So
yeah, and then you just, like, do it.
Let's make the space and just do it, and it's been fun. And that's, like, until it stops being fun, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I get to chat with amazing people that are from all over the world and all over the United States, and it's great, and I love it.
Yeah, and shout out to R&B who said, well, I want to be a millionaire. So that's, that is the first step. We didn't say it's all the steps. We said that is the first step. And so you are on your way. There's lots of steps after. You have to, like, work, get lucky, all those other things. But
be born into wealth.
I tried that. I'm so mad.
I know.
Only
I missed
one
that
person
too.
One person in my family tree had to lock in, and all of them freaking walked out, and they said, guess what? Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm middle class in America. That's pretty great, guys. There's not much better you can do. Yeah, that's pretty good. But count me out on being born into it. I know. So we just have to.
We're just stuck working. Yeah.
I know, it sucks. I don't like it. But
my favorite was somebody was like, hey, do you want to do a video with me? What is your time like before 5 p.m.? And I was like, sadly, I am a corporate girly between the hours of 9 and 5 p.m. Central Time.
I know. It's kind of a bummer. No. But
and everybody at my work thinks I'm crazy because I don't I don't hide my background. So they just see all this Disney stuff. And they're like, oh, she's a Disney person. But
it's like, here's the thing. R&B and me secretly have, like, a pretty similar career path, which was a fun thing to find out.
Oh, that's cool.
We're both corporate girlies. # girl boss. And what was I going to say? Oh, the one thing I will say is sometimes people are like, you buy a lot of Lorcana. I'm like, what the heck do you think I'm going to work for? What do you think I'm going and, like, making spreadsheets for it so I can buy Lorcana? It's the machine. This is the output. So yes, I buy an irresponsible amount of Lorcana. However, I exchange my time for this, and I have no regrets. It's very fun.
Yeah, no regrets either.
I am so much so. I'm in Texas. Are you in San Antonio? It's possible because I know some things about R&B. If you're in San Antonio, there's one place in San Antonio called Chris Madrid's, which it burned down, but it might be back again, where I swear to this day I carry Chris Madrid on my body because I don't think you could get those calories off.
He is in San Antonio.
The stars at night are big and bright.
That's all I know. Do you know more?
Deep in the heart of Texas. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. That line, and I know when to clap, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I made a lot of Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure jokes when I moved to San Antonio. You silly, there's no basement in the Alamo. The Alamo is next to a mall, which is something they don't prepare you for.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have not been to the Alamo.
Remember it. Here's the thing. San Antonio has several missions. There's, like, a mission trail where you can go on the different missions. And, like, there are cool missions. The Alamo is one of the weakest appearances because it is in the middle of downtown. And then there's ones that are, like, in this giant field. Tell them Large Marge sent you. But the mission trail is very incredible. But I would start at the Alamo and go south. I started south, which is the most remote one, and then got closer and closer to, like, downtown San Antonio. I was like, it's getting worse. And there's an aqueduct. There's one of the only aqueducts in North America is there. And I was there, and I was like, I can get murdered
a history lesson.
A distry lesson, if you will. Please follow distry class, I think is what it's called on TikTok.
You just really needed to – you had to come up with a catchier line, like – our like the Chiro line. I'm like drawing a blank right now.
Chiro line.
There is the content creator who does like Disney history. And she like ends all of it with "Sleep tight, dream of Chiros tonight."
That's quite nice. Yeah, I forget my own. There's so many footages or like clips on my computer of me going, if you don't know, find us. If you don't know where to find us, I'm like, because I find it. If you don't know where to find us, just send this. Nope, I already forgot it. There's always more room at the end.
Dapper
if you don't know where to find
thank
us.
You.
Dapper Danielle, dream of Cheerios.
My
tonight.
brain only works so much during the week, and this is one of those weeks where it's been an overdrive for the real world. So now, as I get to fun Lorcana stuff, it's like Lorcana. We like Lorcana. We like this. That we know the brain knows it's fun, but the brain is also tired.
I casted a night. The night, sleep tight, and dream of churros tonight. The Dapper Daniel. Wow, a lot of Dapper Danielle fans in the chat. I'm a fan too now.
She's a fantastic content creator, and she started to get into some Lorcana stuff when it came to the parks. Good.
Yeah. Get in here.
We love
this
to
is
see
not.
It.
There's gatekeepers. I like to be a gate pusher. I'm pushing you through the gate. Get in. We're pin trading.
I was like, I love that about Lorcana because I feel like every time, like I think I asked you questions when I was starting content. I've asked so many people questions, and everybody has been just lovely and so helpful. Versus, like, oh no, this is my thing. You can't have it.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's space at the table.
There is. And I think it's like the table, it's fascinating now. Like if you go onto YouTube and Instagram, like the amount of content creators is like exploded. And it's very fascinating because I mean, some people coming in, I'm like, you're doing so good. You're scaring me. Like their quality and like, I think World of Romo is when I saw where I'm like, why is the quality so good? My content looks like it's freaking found footage most of the time, and like this
lies.
Okay, but still, sometimes it's good now. But when I started, it looked like found footage. It'd feel like it's dark room. But yeah, some of these newer content creators, or not newer, but like ones that are up and coming, I'm like, dang, you're good. You should do this more, which I love.
Are you excited for Indy?
Very. I just need to memorize every card ever. And you don't need to know every card ever. But
I've made this PSA multiple times because I'm going to be playing in Indy. You'll be casting. So you need to remember all of the cards for your own brain. But I'm like, everybody's going to read cards so much. So I'm like, can we all just like agree that we're going to take a gander at like Dreamborn and just like pick a ink color and just scroll for a while every night for like 30 minutes so we have an idea of what cards are what and we don't all go to time and plus.
Yeah.
And everyone
it doesn't, to be fair, these Infinity matches are truly brutal. Like they can be such, because there's no, it's all hits. It's all certified hits in these decks. Like where we're going, I don't think we're going to see Nakoma. Maybe Nakoma will be there, but like vanilla cards, every card's going to say it does something. Like we don't have time. So I got like those Disney collector's guide, and I'm like, I'm just going to carry them around and read them and just be like,
that's
all
so
right.
Smart. I finally picked up mine recently too, and I'm very excited. I love it.
Well, yeah, and I realize that it's now like a study guide. I need to go back to simpler spelled cards. Me trying to spell some of these aliens and wacky cards. Goodness. Yeah, like the castle Nomanus, and there's always one where I'm reading it and I go, no.
I looked at it. Yeah. I think sometimes also the problem is you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, it's said this way. But then you're reading it and you're like, my brain does not compute because English is trash.
Now, it is important, wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, it's not basil. Just whatever you're up to.
I'm guilty.
Are you a basiler?
I'm guilty.
All right.
No,
then that wasn't aimed at you.
No, it's okay. It can. I will take the attack.
And it's fair. To be fair, to be fair, most of the time it is basil. Most of the time. Like if you're at a pizza restaurant and you're like, I'll have the margarita, hold the basil, they'd say, what are you talking about? So it is valid, but it's one of those things that, but everybody has one. Like, for example, Rochelle of Ravensburger fame pointed out that it's Gogo Tomago, because in Japanese it's Tamago, so people like assume it's Gogo Tamago, and no, it's Gogo Tomago. But it's hard. There's a lot of words.
I'm gonna be horrible, and I always say Gogo Tomato.
I mean, to be fair, it's so wrong that it's kind of right again, because you weren't trying to do anything splashy there.
I always called R.I.P. Flavor Flav, because I would refer to Flavor Sham as Flavor Flav.
I had a friend that would always call Tamatoa Timmy Turner. He's like, I'm going to play a Timmy Turner. And I'm like, stop it. Because that doesn't make any sense. It's not Disney. I can't do that. I can't be like, oh, and then we see DKP playing that Timmy Turner, getting back that popsicle from the discard. It's not sense.
I'm also a big fan of Timu Zeus.
Timu Zeus, yeah.
Instead of Thunderbolt.
Zeus Bolt is a fun one.
Yeah.
Zeus Bolt, Timu, yeah. Yeah, I think you gotta have little fun ones every once in a while. I was sad when Flaversham was banned because I was so excited to say my favorite thing of flab them if you have them. We can't. We don't have them.
You don't have them.
We cannot flab them. We do not have them. It's the only card. How fun is that though to be like, oh yeah, in this format, every card's legal except for you, Flabum. Get out.
You were too good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about Indy very, very much because of a lot of things. They made the announcement that I'll be guessing, which I love to do. Every time I'm very excited because it's so cool to cast. And then but then this one, I'm excited because it's like a celebration of everything Disney Lorcana. And I think the challenge will be casting and not being like, do you remember Pride Land Cecile's, you remember Sleepy's flute? Like, because it's just gonna be like remembering, be like, oh yeah, remember when people were running this list? Yeah. And so like I think that will be the challenge casting Infinity, is not making it old timers club where you're like, oh yeah, oh, a Cindy Trap
back in the day.
Yeah, be like, oh yeah, where were you when they banned Border Sphere? I was at home with my mom. Yeah, Pride Lands. That was some of the other day. I said, now Zan Syed's a player that it's kind of like Doctor Who. You remember him based on the deck that he was playing when you found out about him. So for me, he was Pride Land Steel Song. Was he discard for you? Oswald, Jafar Wheel, Monstro Combo. How do you? What is your Doctor Who / Zan Syed?
So I'm trying to remember like what tournament was like when I kind of found him, but it was earlier on, so it was probably like more towards the Pride Land time frame. But I did love that he won an event with Jafar Wheel, because that was one of my favorite decks to play. And I actually brought Jafar Wheel to DLC Chicago.
That's amazing.
And I think it was my first like big competitive event, so I like had no thought that like there's no way I'm going all the way, but if we're playing this many rounds in one day, I want to make sure I have fun. So that's what I opted for, and I did decent. I didn't do fantastic, but it was a good day.
Listen, 50% of the time Jafar Wheel works every time, so you just gotta get there. I do think it's funny because I've said many times, because I've had the pleasure of casting many Zan Syed tournaments, is I'm like, hey, just a heads up, you're watching him play this deck, and you at home are going to think, well, that could be me. Maybe. Buyer beware when Zan is good at a deck, because there's like a little bit of flavor that sometimes is hard to replicate, where he's really good. And listen, how many tournaments were won by Jafar Wheel? Not many. But he won with it, and that makes it a valid deck, and made some people believe again, and you were one of them.
I'm a Jafar believer.
Good. It's so funny that Jafar has like 50,000 cards, and like his best one is Giant Cobra, and it's not even his card. He's in the background, so he deserves to have a moment. He had a whole set, and he only got one card in the whole set. Like,
Are
He's
you
struggling.
playing any starter events or not like pre-release events this weekend?
The pre-release kits will be available. Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Wait,
I
no,
got
you
one.
can. Yeah, I was like, I'm jealous. You can talk about it. We love to see it.
But it was one of those things where, sometimes you get something and you're like, I hope this makes me not want to get more of it, but it didn't. Now I want all 6 of them.
Because now you need all of the cards and all of the postcards. So if we need to do a little swappy swap with any of our postcards after this weekend, just let me know. Or duplicate cards. There's enough of us in this area. I'm happy to help out.
Yeah, I signed up for one on Sunday and then one for Wednesday of next week. There's a place that does midnight releases, but like I would have to just not go to work the next day, unfortunately. I'm at a phase of my life where that could kill me. Not sleeping.
I respect that and am the same. I am sad because I don't typically do a midnight release, but I can't do anything. Like I couldn't even try this week because I'm going to the Florence concert tomorrow.
And the machine?
And the machine.
Wow. That is very cool. I feel like that would actually like be a concert where I might like, they'll have to have an intermission. I'll be like, I need some time to reflect because
reflect. Yeah.
Yeah. I need some time to calm down.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. That's, we got some cheap seats, my friend and I, so it'll be fun.
Listen, I got very cheap seats to the Taylor Swift show, but in my mind, I was really close because your memories, you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I also was lucky and I saw Taylor and it was nice because it was in Arlington and you got the giant screen. So it didn't matter where you sat at that concert.
I was like, she's somewhere down there.
Your face.
And shout out to you being on a first name basis with both Florence and the Machine and Taylor Swift. You're like, I saw Florence. I saw Taylor.
Yeah.
Olivia, no, maybe next year.
I'm not on a first name basis. I just like to refer to celebrities by one name.
I like it. It's valid and it's very fun. And I've been to a concert in a while. Texas gets a lot of good ones. I'm in Omaha right now for the moment. But no, I live in Omaha and I'm also very lazy. There's been concerts. If someone's going to be in the chat like, we get concerts, I'll be like, okay, no, you're right.
Okay. But I feel like you're probably like me. I'm like, I'm old. It has to be really good for me to want to stay up late.
I have to be able to sit. We're not doing any standing concert, all right?
I like standing concerts. I want to vibe out.
Listen, I'd like to sit. And I'm 5'4". You're like the same-ish height as me, right? So
I'm 5'3". I'm not.
So you're gambling at a concert when they're standing.
That's fair.
Like
that's
a
fair.
family of tall people could ruin the whole show. And so when you have a seat, and plus, like I like having a seat because it's kind of like this is my property at this venue. This is my spot. We're not gonna have any.
Actually, I should rephrase this. I want to have a seat, but I'm okay if I have to stand.
Okay,
I'm not going in like.
Oh, you're not finna be in the pit type situation.
That's a hard pass for me.
Okay, because I was like,
I need to be able to. No,
you're in the mosh pit. You're just raging out. But yeah, no, I stand. I just want to have, yeah. I want like my own little spot where I can sit, I can stand up, I can put my stuff down, I can put my beverage down and keep like an eye on any kind of goings on with the beverage. There's lots of benefits. My husband never thought about driving to Texas for shows, but then we saw Lucy Darling, and he was like, that actually wasn't bad. Lucy Darling, is that one of the Boy Genius? No, I'm thinking of Lucy something else. That's just like Lucy.
Lucy trying to think of that. I will look them up on Spotify.
They're part of the Darling family. No, she's on TikTok.
Okay.
And she's a comedian.
All
right. Listen, shout out. Is TikTok brain rot? Yes. However, it's curated. It's my brain rot, and I've learned so much.
See, thank you. So that is my argument with. I feel like Instagram a little less, but TikTok's pretty good. Of like, you can make the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like stuff you're interested in, so you don't get the bad stuff. You just get the good stuff that you want to see. So it's better brain rot.
It is, and like
a bunch of Disney and like making clothes and book talk. So it's great.
The algorithm accidentally got me into true crime again yesterday, which I didn't appreciate. I've been out of true crime for like 2 years, and
same. It's always I always get afraid that like a podcast or something's gonna hook me back in.
Yeah, like I cleansed my system of the true crime of it all, and then I was like this thing about an unsolved murder, and then like there was a cliffhanger ending. And I listened to 2 episodes, and I'm listening to like a police call. I'm like, what's happening? I'm so back in. So I did. I think I might have gone back out to it. I'm slowly zooming out, but listen, it's fun.
We've made our way around to TikTok, so I'll bring us back to Lorcana.
Yes, and the Enchanted chatter. We're gonna talk about the Enchanted.
No, I mean we can talk about anything. That's the fun part about the show.
I mean, you're the boss.
We go off on diatribes. It's all good. But I like to center us every once in a while back to the topic at hand, which is Lorcana. What card do you? I know obviously you got to open some cards already. What is your like chase this set that you want to pull?
I want that alien. Give me that alien. He's so cute. Like, it's just like, okay, so I used to be a girls and cuties only Enchanted collector. Now that has changed because it got to the point where I was like, whatever, I want my collection. Because then what happened is I started imprinting on every Enchanted that I had touched. So like, I was like, all right, any Enchanted I get is now my favorite Enchanted. I still don't like, listen, Pete, like that was like a challenge. And then I pulled it again in Japanese and I'm like, come on, you're testing me. But all that to be said, I'm in for the girlies and the cuties, and Alien is just a cutie patootie. And I think it's I'm trying to think, is there's like a cool, like which one's your chase? Because I feel they're a good ensemble. Oh, so, problematic. I can't wait.
I love Brave. Like Merida is one of my favorite princesses. Yeah. So I gotta go all in. I gotta find that iconic, and I have not been lucky yet, and I have yet to pull an iconic. Like I've accepted the fates for me on the other sets, but this time, if I don't pull it, I think the wallet's gonna have to buy it, and I even have my husband accepting that, which is wild.
Good.
He usually
it's all about
is
communication.
Not thrilled when I have to buy one of the big cards.
Listen, I think you deserve it, and now that's one vote, and this is a democracy. I will say that I have not pulled an haven't pulled an iconic either, and I feel like it's our turn. They said it's our time, because I mean there's some people that have pulled 2. Come on, guys, let's break it up. I would like to. Did you know the Diet Coke Invitational has a raffle?
They do.
Oh, you're saying there's a shot.
There is, yeah. I mean, for $1.50 a raffle ticket.
Listen, I like those
10
odds.
For 10.
10 for wow, 10 for that. Now that's a deal. And I did say the other day that I think that TCG players are people who in any other life would probably have an issue with gambling, but they don't because they have Lorcana and raffles and booster packs. So they're not in Vegas. Instead, they're at the local game store buying cases and saying, listen, statistically, there should be an Enchanted in here. It's not gambling. It's actually guaranteed. Yeah. And it's not guaranteed. You'll sometimes get.
It's literally nerdier. Just nerdier.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, it is still bad, but it's like social.
But you get something. Whereas like if you just go and like go to Vegas and gamble at a table, like I guess you've spent time doing that, so you've entertainment. But
there's no hotline yet.
I can use my cards for ages.
You can make crafts out of them, guys. Yeah, you can do crafts and stuff. So it's fun. There's no hotline on the back, all right? That's not a problem. I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah, we don't have a problem.
Yeah, I'm having fun, quite frankly.
So the alien is your chase.
Is there any Enchanted? I guess then it would probably be Touch the Sky and the and
the tapestry.
What's the family? Mardu. No, they're not the Mardu family. It's something.
They're not.
The Mudbrook. The Murdoch. It's not the Murdoch. They're the Murdochs. Merida and the Murdoch family. So that's my favorite Enchanted.
All of the brave ones. I'm hoping they find their way into a case or a starter pack pre-release for me. So here's a fun fact. I didn't do any pre-ordering at all for this set. And then I got sent
the product from Ravensburger, and then I've now ordered 3 cases. Things escalated quite fast from 0.
We went from zero to I'm gonna need all of the things.
Yeah, and it was because it's fun. These packs are so cute, and like even like.
Did you notice with your box? Did you feel like the pull rates got better this set?
Yeah, I mean the one I opened a booster box, and like so the constant fear with content creators is that they're like juiced.
They're juiced. No, they're not. Like it is what it is.
But it felt juicy this time, and like I don't think it was. But then I've seen other people open boxes, and people seem to be having similar experiences to what we did. Because if you watch the videos of other like content creators, you're like, dang, this is good. But in my box, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-foil legendary, 1 foil legendary, 2 epics, and 1 enchanted. That was really good. And so I mean, while not juicy, so. And because the reason, like, because then you didn't see Rebecca, and we're like, and she got no enchanted. And the thing is like people, they're like, did you see that video where someone Brent Mukai got a epic in every single pack? And I was like, well, I didn't get any. So it's like, it's one of those things where people only see the content creators that have great pulls. But this time, everybody seemed to have good pulls. But that does beg the question, if the pull rate is higher, then I think pull rate higher better, because I want to have nice pulls. But I mean, the downside is, maybe your Enchanted is worth $50, but like, then I can buy Enchanteds too. So like, I see no downsides in it. And if someone does, I think capitalism got you. You've been bit by the capitalism bug. I want to open shiny things and holographic things.
You came in and got an ad. I'm sorry that you got the ad. You could use your Amazon subscription. Just saying. We'll plug myself in there. Or plug. I'm really bad at plugging myself.
Get in here. But that I love. Donna is. Have you had a chance of meeting Donna Mukai yet?
I don't think I have.
That's Brent Mukai's wife, and Donna is great. And she was had a scarf in Richmond that was kind of. She uses it on her husband. All right.
Oh,
listen,
that's fair.
nepotism in this industry, it's valid.
I understand it. I respect it.
Yeah, you are allowed to support your husband, I guess. I do like it when I sub to somebody and then they sub to me, like JD subbed to me and then I sub to him, and it's just like we're passing $5 back and forth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it feels good, all right? The numbers are good, all right? You get rewarded internally and by the system. I lost the scarf at the Met in New York, and I thought of you immediately. That's so sad.
That also just like sounds like it could be such a dramatic story.
I lost my scarf at the Met.
My brain has created this whole story.
You know what the gala is? That place? Yeah, that's where my scarf is. Where the gala is. The Kardashians were there.
Maybe they stole it.
And then they would. All right. I had a whole thing where the other day I was going through Netflix and I was like, oh my, and Sky went, oh my gosh, Lamar Odom died. And I said, I guess so. Yeah, it makes sense. And I read, because it said The Life and Death of Lamar Odom was the documentary's name. So I was like, one would presume he's dead. And I was like, that sucks. So then today we were talking and someone was like, he's not dead. And that was just what they named it. And so he's been banished and he's back upright and ready to exert again. He died and came back. So like,
yeah.
So I blame the Kardashians for that. And apparently he's in the documentaries, but I can't blame him. He almost died, apparently. So that's where I'm at today. That was a big thing. They got him right back. They said, get back in here.
I feel like I got lots of different viewers this week, so I feel like I should give a little introduction. So Katie is joining me for Enchanted Chatter this week. Our show, Enchanted Chatter, is a wonderful time where we get to showcase other female creators in the Lorcana space. We talk about news, we gab about just life in general, Disney stuff, and the vibe is very much best friends at a sleepover talking about our favorite things.
Mm-hmm. Lamar Odom coming back. That's my favorite thing. But no, I'm very excited because I have seen, I met you down the first tournament. So coming up on July 4th, will be 1 year since I did my first in-person tournament.
Yes.
And back then, I was so like, that was my first in-person tournament, and you were so friendly. You're like, come to my house for the 4th of July. And
Yes.
And I was like, how do I have to avoid her for the rest of the day because I can't say no, but I'm also too nervous to go hang out with somebody. But that was like the nicest thing. I was like, these people are so nice.
No, so one thing you've got to know about me is I respect the social battery. All of my friends know this. Like, I will be the last person that's like, oh, you don't want to hang out? Oh, how rude. No, that's, the battery isn't there. You don't have to. I get it.
Mine, it was just, I was just so afraid of making eye contact. Like, it was just such a crazy, because like I had done online casting, but I'd never done it in person. And so I was like, oh no, because like what if they find out I suck or something? They'll be like, oh, I thought Katie seemed really cool, and then we invited her to the barbecue. She ate ribs real weird, and she ruined the vibe, and we couldn't even play Battleship like we wanted to.
So it's also very funny because I literally got back from the Bahamas the day before that tournament and turned around and was like, husband that I love so dearly, I'm going to go spend a day playing cards, and then I'm going to have like 20 people over at our house, and you're going to barbecue for all of us.
I like this guy. I haven't met him, but so far,
he's
I like
a
that.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, he's
like,
a team player.
At first, he was like, ugh. And then he was like, okay, I'll do it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and I was like, this is a very nice human, because, listen, there's people I've met many times.
How is having a partner who isn't in Lorcana? So, my husband has his own hobbies. He does drift into Lorcana every once in a while for usually pre-release events as a card mule. But he plays a little Magic. He's a big Goblin fan, so if anyone saw the release, they announced the release of a Goblin Commander deck today, and he's very excited about it.
Big news for Courtney husbands everywhere.
It really is. He's been waiting for this.
It's incredible.
And then he also plays Warhammer, is his other hobby.
Oh, so you don't have a lot of money then. It's all tied up in...
it's all tied up.
You have no tables, and it's all tied up in small plastic figures right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is
or cardboard.
But that's actually like the best that he's into Warhammer, because then, yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure the math works out where you're due a Merida based on the little guys. The little guy to Merida, listen, it's all going to work out.
But it is also great because it also means that he has 3D printers because he's also an engineer. So
oh yeah, you can like bootleg Warhammer figures.
Sometimes he does that, but also then sometimes he prints me the credit card wands that are all over Instagram. Oh. So for our Disney trip, all the girls got credit card wands.
He's making gibbets and jabbets.
Mm-hmm.
I love gibbets and jabbets. When people hand me little stuff, I would think I've showed it.
Your little container that you.
Oh yeah, you were there when I showed my little box of gibbets and jabbets. If anybody hands it to me, I'm like Buddy the Elf, and I go, "Thank you," and then I put it in a little. I had to expand my box of gibbets and jabbets.
It's okay,
if anyone hands me like a hat, I'm hosed. It won't fit.
Are you a hat person, or are you more?
No,
like a
Liam
person?
Is though. Like whenever I hang out, I do events with Liam. Everyone's handing him hats, and I'm like, "What? I gotta."
He's got a collection.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I like stickers, so I guess that's pretty good. They're all name puns, like the Princess Bride. That's pretty fun.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Because, listen, puns are an art form, and we need it. We need more Lorcana stickers. It's true. If you see me and you hand me a sticker, I'm going to be excited, and I will probably awkwardly tell you to stay where you are while I'll go find my stickers, and I will shuffle off in my uncomfortable shoes, then come back.
In your uncomfortable shoes?
Yes. It's like a very weird, because it's usually polished concrete. I'm wearing silly shoes. They hurt, so it's like you're going to watch me like an injured deer hobble away and then come back.
So I have made the unfortunate, as a, I don't want to say as a runner, because I'm a very slow runner. Do not be like, I'm a TCG person who runs, so we're trying our best.
Yeah.
But this year, Disney got hooked on Brooks. They have a partnership for Run Disney, and now they have Disney shoes that are so comfortable. It's like walking around on clouds. So you could switch over to like comfy shoes. They're Disney, so who can be mad?
It's true. I don't know. So here's the thing. Someone once said, like, why people only see the top half. Why are you, like, doing the whole, like, you're wearing, like, a dress or, like, and I did, yeah, because I feel like I'm, like, doing a role of, like, listen, this person knows what's going on. And maybe it, like, makes me feel, like, manifest. And if my feet didn't hurt, who am I? Because that's part of it. I need my feet to hurt and my mind to hurt more. And I'm locked in.
I respect that.
Oh, you gotta make Brent sticker. So Brent has this like little doodle he made, which he told me the story. Like it came from a time of great strife in his life, his doodle that he makes. But he told me how he came up with the drawing. But it's wonderful, and he says he always asks permission before he signs it because like he's afraid that he would put the doodle and somebody would be like, "Why did you do that?" But it's wonderful. It's like him, and he did it. It's like looking at Brent Mukai on a card.
That's delightful. If anyone, so I'm going to do a plug for one of the Lorcana artists right now, if I do this correctly.
That's what I always say, what would Liam do? And it's talk about the artist. Oh, yeah. And I think,
Yeah, so Stephanie Shaw is an amazing Disney Lorcana artist. And she has her commissions open right now. She does like little doodles. And they're super cheap. I want to say it's like $30-$40 for a doodle. And she's going through a little bit of a transition. She also is recovering from cancer. She got a notice from her, like, the house that she rents from that they aren't going to rent. They're evicting her. It's like a wild story, and I feel terrible. So if anyone is in the market to make some stickers or anything, I highly recommend reaching out to her and seeing if she'll do a doodle for you, because she, like, I mean, look at this, Phil. That's great.
I wonder if she'd do a Zelda doodle, because I feel like Zelda would be a good sticker.
Zelda would be a wonderful sticker.
Like this, she could get her likeness.
Absolutely.
Zelda doesn't play Lorcana famously. She also is very confused because she was asleep and now she's here and she's like, I don't know.
She's like, I have been lifted into the heavens.
Yeah. You better pay for this, lady. I don't do this for free. Oh, she smells so good though.
So I just wanted to toss that out because we were talking about stickers and I thought that if anyone wanted a sticker, this would be a good person to reach out to.
Yeah. I think the artists are, if you get a chance to meet the artists, do, because they're very friendly and cool, and they draw things. We have the Shadow. I thought it was a Shadow Goblin because I'm on Goblin Brain because of your husband's affinity for goblins. But it's the Shadow Legion. I'm getting into Lorcana. Welcome. You came at a great time.
Yeah.
Why is now a great time to get into Disney? This is your elevator pitch. Courtney, why is now a great time to be a fan of Disney Lorcana?
I think now is a great time to be a fan of Disney Lorcana because there are a lot of events happening in the next few months. We have 2 formats that are kind of... I love the little snores. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, she's like, I'm pretty tired.
And we're getting Pixar. So you get Disney and Pixar right now. That's a pretty good time to start.
I think so, yeah. And we're on set 12, which is crazy. We've been doing 12 sets. And no matter what, I think it's cool because if you only want to play the new cards, it's a good time because we're about to have rotation. But then if you want to play with every card, then Infinity is now happening, which I think is kind of cool. So you can kind of, I think Infinity would probably be daunting to just be like, all right, time to get in there. But also
sometimes
maybe
you
be
like,
fun.
Yeah, I feel like it's daunting no matter when you start. If you've never played a TCG before, it's pretty daunting walking into a shop and being like, I've got my little deck here. Please don't murder me.
Yeah. But I do think I talked about this like when I first started that I play Magic the Gathering, then you're going to have a great time. Listen, you might love Infinity then because Infinity is all of it. Like it's just, and then what I mean by that is like, I mean this is peace and love, and I think Magic players will be able to relate to this. It's like all the most toxic moments of every deck ever times 10 because it's basically it's just everything that's ever been like, oh my gosh, this thing happened to me.
Infinity is basically Commander right now. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, and I think well, I guess Infinity's kind of like modern. So standard is core, modern, but yeah, no, there is heroic, but that's not officially sanctioned. Yeah, so
I would love it to be though. I think that would be fun.
it's more unlimited. So yeah, I don't know. It's complicated. Right now, there's only one card you can't play in Infinity, and his name is Hiram Flaversham, and he knows what he did. All right. He was eating sheet metal. All right. He was eating everything in front of him. Every item, he was eating it. We can't have it. So there's only one card that's banned. It's Hiram Flaversham, and his crime, too good, too good, too good, and but too big. You know, I think if he's a 1/4, he probably could have stayed around a little longer.
If he was 1/4, he could have lived longer, but
yeah, unfortunately,
big booty.
He did, yeah, and for what? For what? And I do wonder sometimes, like, there's no way that when they design the card Hiram Flaversham, they're like, this will break the game. This will be the only card we have to ban.
It's so funny, but like when you think about his stat line and like the card draw ability, like is there another card that has a stat line like that?
The tramps are a problem. Dapper Rascal and Street Smart Dog, like why are they so big? Like one is a 2/8 and the other one is like 2/7. I need to know this, but like the tramps have no business.
Like, I need to know this.
Yeah, I should know that on a spiritual level, but like they have no business being as big as they are. You're throwing every single thunderbolt strength you have at those stupid dogs.
I've been testing Steel Song in Infinity.
Yeah.
And playing Dale, and then usually you'll have your aerial out and you'll have shifted the big aerial, so you've got a 3/8. You play down that Dale and you eat whatever you want.
Ariel's eating good. She's like, listen, this is all you can eat buffet. And I like that. And that's the thing that I think is cool is we're getting more tools to play with where things are back on the menu that I forgot about. Like this guy, Zan Syed. Now I was listening to Club Lorcana yesterday at the gym. A little subtle plug. I went to the gym. Thank you.
Good for you. Hey, no. We cheer for that.
Yeah. Did I go on the elliptical for 20 minutes and say, I'm out of here? Yes, but...
You did 20 minutes more than I did, so...
Yeah, and that's what my goal is every day, to do a little bit more than Courtney did. Whatever that is. I'm just like, how much did you do today? All right, there we go. But I was listening to Club Lorcana, and they talked about boosting Scrooge and then bouncing it with Rabbit. And then, like, whatever's under Scrooge, you get back, and that's card draw. And I was like, disgusting, I love it! Get me 40. Get me 40 Scrooge Whoppies.
I forgot about Rabbit.
Me too. I forgot about Rabbit and like Snake.
And Snake and Fox and all of the things. And then I was testing and someone played that and I was like, oh shoot, I thought this card was safe. I thought it was okay to turn this sideways and it was not. You're just going to eat this up.
I love it. And that's, I think, why to go back to the Indianapolis, I think that will be just the most fun and challenging part of Indianapolis is being like, this didn't used to be possible. Being like, back when this card first came out, this wasn't possible, but now it is possible. I want, Snake Dash. Yes. Yeah, the fact that like you got, I was like, how do I get Snake Dash Goat? The Snake Dash, can I snake that goat? Can I snake that Dash? Anyway, his name is Dashel, by the way. Yeah, his like government name is Dashel Parr. And I'm like,
is that actually his government name?
Now, it could have been them trolling me. Let me look here. Dashel Parr. Yeah, Dashel. Dashel Robert Parr. But they didn't know his powers when he was born, so I guess it just like worked out. They're like, all right, this is Dashel. And then they're like, good news, he can run fast. Good news, everyone.
Such an interest, like...
Yeah.
My brain is a little broken with that.
I've called him Dashley a few times, because Dashel's silly, but Dashley, I like that one. But yeah, so Dashel, and then Violet, I guess her orb is purple, so like, but it does beg the question,
but like,
does the name make it...
Yeah, does the name, like, make the ability? What's the baby's name?
I mean, I hope Jack. That'd be
Oh,
weird.
Jack. Yeah, right. It's Jack. I had a moment. Sorry.
To be fair, it could be like Jack Daniel based on how they named Dashel.
That's why now, I'm questioning all of life's.
Yeah, Jack Daniel Parr. The Parr family. They're like, listen, we don't use our real names, so we can really name them anything. Jack. No, they're like, here's the real Jack Parr. That's Jack Partial. I'm looking for Jack Parr. I don't know who. Stop. Incredibles. Jack Parr. They did no further information available, Your Honor. It's just Jack.
All right.
Jack.
It's just Jack. All right.
Oh, it's John Jackson. What? I'm going home. We end the stream.
No.
I went to Disney.fandom and it says John Jackson Parr. Jack. Stop it. You can't keep getting away with this.
Okay. So I do know that like some people that are named John go by Jack. I don't understand it. I've never understand. Like it makes no sense in my brain. Like those are different names.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people get funky with it. If John Y. Jack.
If
yes. John Y. Jack. It should be John. Baby John. John's Cookie Num Num. Yeah, I think what are other ones? Like, Midge is Margaret. And
yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few where it's like, all right, I get it. You want to have fun, but John Jack. I'm learning all of this. And now I'm wondering if Violet's name will be like Violicia. Because now the Parrs, I don't trust them.
No, I don't trust them
at all.
Her name can't just be Violet.
No, not after we learn all this. Yeah, I'm scared. Quite frankly, I'm scared. Younger brother of Violet. Of course she has to have a middle name because we can't have... Violet is short for... She goes by Vi sometimes. Mm-hmm. That's good. All right,
That's
it does
normal.
appear
That's
her name is just Violet.
Okay,
Good.
but like, why
no surprises
is
here.
it only the daughter has
John
like,
Marshall
a normal,
or John
normal name?
John Jackson.
The guys get weird, funky names.
Dashel. That's crazy. So we had someone in the chat. Yeah, and like the fact they just pulled that out, they're like going through the baby book, like what to expect when you're expecting, and they're like, we could name him Dashel. And they're like, yeah, that'll be fine. It'll work out.
Is there I mean, what is the origin of that? We've gone down a rabbit hole, and I'm okay with it because I just like. It means heaven or sky.
All right. So if anything, it's kind of weird that we don't know Dashel. There could be a Dashel in the chat right now. They're upset. They've left.
It's a real name. I Googled it. So I mean, it might not actually be, but it instantly. And the thing is like
up. That. I wonder if that's their birth name because they do say that like the relocation program they've had to move a few times. So is Dash's name Dash all the time, or like maybe that was like his most recent iteration? And it's like, and like his real name is like Tobias. You know, just that could be his name. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. That the Incredibles were up to some weird stuff. We have John Jackson Parr, and just Violet, and then Dashel.
Just Violet, nothing more. Well, we have made it to like an hour and 15. We like to keep it around an hour over here, purely because us ladies, we got lots of other things to do.
I do have the newest episode of The Testaments to watch, and I like to get a little depressed before bed and think about, I read The Testaments and I forgot the plot, so the show has been interesting. Okay,
so the books are on my bucket list to read, and by bucket list I mean my TBR. That's like
I was like, before you die, that's so you're like, I need to before I die read this book.
I met my TBR that just is,
I want to go to Rome and read one book. I hope you get there.
But that's on my list, and then I want to watch both shows because I haven't even watched the original Handmaid's Tale yet either. So I know I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm missing out on a lot of good TV.
I would say Handmaid's Tale, they definitely milk it. Like, I mean, spoiler alert, it's like a post-apocalyptic. There's like bad old America, and then there's Canada. And like the main character, she goes in and out of bad America like 40 times. She keeps getting out. She's like, oh shit, here we go again, and then she goes back in. So like you do kind of like get a little tired of that.
I love the chat is trying to tell me to watch The Pit. Okay, guys, I am so squeamish. I watched like 30 minutes of that, and not even, I didn't get past the first leg being
oh yeah,
severed.
like because they're always like, everyone has compression syndrome, open it. Like they're just opening everyone's. Yeah,
I couldn't do it. I can only do like Scrubs. I watched the new season of Scrubs. 10 out of 10 for a remake and reboot. It was perfect.
Okay. Yeah, but that's they don't do like a lot of blood in that show.
Exactly, they don't, so it's great.
I like The Pit because I like any show that at the end I'm like, I think I could be a doctor. Like I love like shows that are like really in depth and I'm like, I think I could do a trach tube. I think I could do it right now. I think I can do a central line because they like really get into it and they kind of show it. And so that's one of those shows where, but it does make me sad. So there's that. But I do like I'm a cyclical HBO subscriber. I wait until there's like a critical mass of shows. I think I'm probably gonna wait.
Watch it all.
Yeah, because like I love to watch a little bit of prestige cable, and I need to watch like the new Game of Thrones, the prequel, maybe pre-prequel. I don't know when it takes place.
The buddy cop.
I want to hate watch the new Harry Potter.
Same.
And I want to watch it just so I can be like, and just like be really like, because listen, we didn't, nobody asked for it, but it's here.
Yep. The
Knights of the Seven Kingdom. All right. Genuinely great. Someone watched it in your house.
Yes.
So is there HBO in your house?
There is HBO in my house.
Okay. Wow. You guys look nice. I'm coming. Next Texas event, I'm coming over, watching HBO. I'm eating the ribs. I won't even eat it weird like I did, like I was afraid I would last time. What? I watched Law and Order and started from episode 1? Then it's crazy.
That's like, I feel like you should get something for that.
I mean, you probably,
how many
when you go to sleep
episodes
at night,
are
you
there?
hear, dun, dun. I mean, infinite? I just feel like I haven't finished it yet. So it's
that
like
makes sense.
the One Piece of procedurals. Like, you'll never finish it. Which Law and Order? Oh, yeah, they have like a lot of flavors of it, right? Yeah. Or I'm thinking CSI. Well, there's special victims and then just the regular victims.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will wrap us up. Katie, where can our lovely viewers find you?
You can find me at the Lorekeepersinn in various configurations. It's like HQ in one place. There's Lorekeepersinn, but if you type in Katie and the Lorekeepersinn,
and we make it even easier in the YouTube description. Her link trees hanging out there, so you can just take a click over there.
I love a link tree. And if you're at home and you're a content creator, update your link tree, all right? Because it's nice to have. Do I get clicks on it? I don't know. I don't know what the analytics are, but that's where you can find me.
It makes it easy for everybody to find you, and it makes it easy when I'm like, I need to go add all of Katie's social. I can just add one link.
The link tree. When you need a tree, link tree. And I stream. I'm trying to stream once a week. So in theory, I'll stream tomorrow, and then we'll see. And then I'm trying to come up with 2 videos a month on YouTube. That's my goal, is 2 videos a month, because it's very. I
wish we were sponsored by Linktree. We're sadly not.
Yeah, we are not sponsored by Linktree, but my DMs are open. You can find it in my Linktree. Linktree, you know where to find me. So anyway, that's where you can find me, and I will be all over these United States of America. I have a few events coming up. I'm going to Baltimore next weekend, and then 2 weeks later, enter the battlefield, and then I'm traveling every weekend for 5 weeks straight. So from Toronto, or Baltimore, Toronto,
all over the place.
Yeah, Baltimore, Toronto, Wisconsin, Indianapolis, Fort Worth. Heard of it? Am I Fort Worth 2 weekends in a row? That's silly. Okay.
Oh yeah, you are, because
I'm going to go home and then come back. That's silly. Okay, well, I just realized that, so I got to go. That's nonsense, but it'll be Fort Worth my time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. You're always welcome.
Yeah, this was very fun. Like I said, I love silly haha time, but I love serious time, which is where you can find me when I cast. No fun when I cast. I'm very serious
whatsoever. But thank you all for joining, and we'll be back here next Wednesday with another guest. So talk to y'all later. Bye.